Welcome to the Torrent Zone, where I bring you video game information from an unbiased point of view, Xbox, and we discuss what's going on in the industry. Thank you for watching. Let us start the show. All right, people. All right. Let me get in the Warzone voice here with Freddy and Fat Tuna. Hello, people. What's going on? We're here. Hi. Hey, Freddy.
Hello.
Did you sell that other card?
Still have it.
I didn't just say that again. You just sounded like a robot. You're up.
I still have it.
You didn't sell it? You know who might be interested in it?
No.
John Shaw. Just saying, if you want to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. So.
Hey, it's a New York thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Shit, New York, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying, man?
I got to get my money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, motherfuckers.
I sell all my shit.
Welcome to Video Game Warzone number 360. I'm your host, Torrance Davis, and I'm here with who? Freddy. I see Fat Tuna out there, Hellgats. Daddy OE7, that's a new name. Never seen that one before. So, I asked people what we should talk about tonight. I'm going to first start off by talking about the Steam Summer Sale. Because the Steam Summer Sale has crept up on us. And let me tell you something about the Steam Summer Sale. This shit happens every year, okay? I get fucked every year by the Steam Summer Sale. You know why I get fucked? Because the Steam Summer Sale always starts when I'm broke. It always starts when I'm broke. So you know when the Steam Summer Sale starts and you see that game for like $6.37 and you're like, oh, I've been waiting to get this game. Now it's on sale and you got no fucking money. And then you're waiting for payday and you're hoping that game stays on sale by the time you get to payday. Every fucking year. Why? So I saw
happens to me too, kind of.
I saw some amazing I saw some amazing things on Steam that I didn't even know about. Did you guys know that they are remastering Red Faction Guerrilla for PC, Xbox One, PS4? And I may have even seen Switch in there. Let me double check that. Oh, ooh, I think I shit my pants. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Red Faction. Let's go to THQ Nordic. ReMARStered. So let's see. Yeah. 2125. So they got all this crazy lighting and stuff. At the end of the trailer, these are the systems that it's coming out on. Xbox One, PS4, PC, Steam. Okay, so no Switch. So you guys know that I can't stand remasters of games that came out last generation. I think it's bullshit. I truly do. I truly believe it's bullshit. I don't really like it. But this game was so fucking good that I'd love to have like a super crisp, clean, high-resolution textured version on PC. And supposedly, if you buy the PC version, you get the remastered version for free. So right now on Steam, Red Faction Guerrilla is $20. So I think it's worth the purchase. So I wanted to throw that. What's up, 2007 Killer?
Yeah.
This is the first time I caught this Warzone in 4 to 5 years. Now it brings memories. Killer! So, Killer, what have you been doing all these years? You're married, you got a house, kids, bills, responsibilities. What's going on? It's funny how, you've been doing a show so long and people, like, go through life. Like, people have, like, graduated college and shit and had kids and got married. Like, what's going on with you, Killer? What has happened to you? What are you playing? What are you eating? What are you realizing about life? You know? It's so crazy that people have been listening to me. That I like, you know what? I sometimes have these morbid thoughts like, what if I'm 79? Welcome to Warzone number 627. This is Torrance Davis. I'm here with Freddie.
Hey.
And I'm doing the show, like, and I'm into my 80s, and then I get cancer and die or something. And so I die. And it's just like, wow. What's going to happen? Like, people are going to be like, oh, fuck, like, where's Torrance? Is there a Warzone this week? I haven't heard from him in, like, a week. What's going on? And somebody, the Torrance died last week. Oh, shit. Torrance died, no more Warzone. I've been listening to him my whole life. I lost my virginity to the Warzone. Oh, my God. Capato says, long live the Church of Sony. I just got my dumb ass engaged. Oh, you got engaged, Capato? Congratulations, you player. Player no more. You got to be a player hater now. Capato got engaged. And I'm going to ask a really dumb question, Capato. Did you get engaged to the girl that was with you when you took me out to dinner? Or is it somebody else? I know that's a dumb question. 2007 Killer says, I got sad when you decided to quit the Warzone. I'm glad you're still doing it. I'm glad I'm still doing it, too, because I like the new format better than the old format. Yeah, some of the arguments were cool, but, you know, it got out of hand, so I'm happy. What's up, Sarah Fanduma? This dude, he busts my balls every fucking week in the comments. Every week. I don't think he busted my balls last week, though, which was amazing. Kai God's son, what's up? So, I asked people what we should talk about. So, what the hell? Are you, what? Oh, wow, that's bad. Do you still talk to Oog? Occasionally, me and Oog will tweet each other. Like, I know when they announce a new James Bond movie, Oog will tweet me and I'll tweet him because we're big, huge James Bond fans. But we don't game anymore or anything, but occasionally he'll appear on Twitter. He may even listen to the show and then he'll tweet, hey, what's going on? You know, Canadian. So Capato says, straight get out to shit. I hope I'm doing the right thing. But is that the girl? Is it the, I missed it. You said, nah, new chick. I wouldn't say new chick. I mean, that's your fiance. You know? So you decided to get engaged after I got engaged. You copying me, Capato? How long you been with this girl? Legal marriage is the only thing that scares me. Straight get out to shit. So you met the family? Oh, it's an older woman. Good for you. The older women are the best, man. Because they got their shit together. You can't have no little girl. My girlfriend's 8 years older than me. Check you out, dude. What is she? My girlfriend, my fiance now. 2 years being faithful. Wow. So have you been together for 2 years or you've been faithful for 2 years? What's up, Smooth Retro? She's 32. How old are you, Capato? There's no fucking way you're 25 years old. Are you 25? I thought you were older. You've been faithful for 2 years. Well, how long have you been going out? Oh, just in case she's listening to the show, you don't want to say, I'm cool with that. Gregory Shavers? Holy shit. A blast from the past. Are you kidding me? What's going on? Is everybody like, is there memos going out? 37. So you're 5 years older than her. What are you talking about? Oh, you've been going out for 7 years. Got it. 2 years being faithful, you asshole. What's up, Gregory Shavers? Holy shit, we got Killa and Gregory back from the past. Greg, how did you find us? Shut up, Freddy.
Oh,
This is crazy. Man, I don't know when the last time I seen Gregory Shaver's name. Shit. This is insane. I love people are finding me on YouTube. I love it. So anyway, Steam Summer Sale's going on, so I'm trying not to go crazy. It's every year it gets harder and harder for me because I scroll through, have it. It even tells me, hey, it's already in your library. Shut the fuck up. It's in your library. Just close the app torrents. And I can't really find anything I want, so I'm looking for crazy stuff. Like there's this game called Brick Rigs, and you basically build these vehicles out of Legos and destroy them. It looks pretty cool. But, and then stuff that I got early access is now fully complete. Oh, they got Age of Empires complete collection for $9.99. I'd get that. So I get all these quirky, weird things. And what ends up happening is I get them in early access, and then they get fully developed and they get fully released. And I'm like, oh, shit. It's fully, because I haven't been playing. It's insane. Gregory Savers, man, you're getting old. Laughing out loud, I've been back. Okay, I guess I am. Smooth Retro says they put a commercial before season 2 of Luke Cage to watch the Warzone. That's why I'm here. That's funny because the reason why I'm so late tonight is because I was watching the first episode of Luke Cage. Only thing missing is people getting Batman. Yeah, I haven't done that anymore. Yeah, I'm at 315 subs, which is amazing. So yeah, I am slowly growing. Epic Battle Fantasy 4? What the hell is this? So yeah, there's not a lot that I want from
collect hundreds
from Steam from the summer sale.
Classics.
So, but I'm sure something will pop up that I gotta have. But I think I might grab that Red Faction so I can get the remaster.
you don't want Overcooked? It's only $5.77.
Puta madre, chingando tu madre,
What the fuck
mendiga
is
mo-
Overcook? Overcook?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like
Why'd
you
you-
like these. You gotta make the food for the people. It's kind of funny.
Oh shoot! It's Daniel Lawson. Wow! All these people. It's Daniel Lawson. Unbelievable. If y'all don't know, Daniel Lawson is actually QL. I think. Isn't he QL? Isn't QL's name really Daniel? This might be an old thing again. Why don't you tell us how remasters are cool now? Remasters suck. Anytime you do a remaster from last gen, it sucks. Except for Red Faction Guerrilla, because it was one of the dopest games and the dopest engines ever. So that one's okay. Yeah, I'm a little biased toward that game. I mean, if you think about it, what game has better destruction than Red Faction Guerrilla? There is none. There is none. And it's open world. What's up, Cyrus?
Crackdown 3, man.
No. Yeah,
The
right.
cloud.
Daniel is Jack on. You know what? I think I am getting old. Now I got to look up QL's real name because I could have swore it was Daniel. Hold on. I feel stupid now. I hate feeling stupid.
Just go to the Xbox rep.
Oh, it's QL. He's at work on break. We need a Red Dead remaster. We just need Red Dead on PC, for crying out loud. You know what?
Yeah,
Resident Evil 2, looking at the things they've done with that engine, it is pretty dope. I gotta admit, when you shoot an arm and it eventually falls off, I think that's pretty cool. So I might actually look into that game in a couple years. What are some of the things people want me to talk about? That 9K Predator laptop that sold out. I have no idea what the hell this is. So I'm looking it up. So I guess there was a laptop put out for $9,000 fucking dollars.
And it's sold out.
I guess it's from Acer, the Predator 21X. Are you fucking kidding me? Who would buy a laptop for $10,000?
On my TV.
Okay, it's Acer. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, because I didn't know about this until tonight. Here it is. Oh, Kalel's there. Ruben in Arizona. Esco. Let's see. I got because okay, so it's got an Intel i7 7820, 2.9 gigahertz, 64 gigs of RAM, 2 times 512 gigabytes SSD, 1 terabyte H. It's got 3 hard drives, 21-inch IPS 2K screen, 2 NVIDIA 1080s. Holy shit. But you know what? Even with all that stuff, if I took all of this and put it into a desktop PC, it would be a fraction of that cost. These people are out of their fucking mind. I mean, I think it's cool to have a mobile workstation with that much power, but come on. $9,339.99. Are you kidding me? Like, if I gotta price this out. I could probably build this machine for like $3,500. Probably less. I could probably build it for less. Well, considering that a 1080 is what, $1,000 now, maybe. But if I get the 1080s from Freddie, I could build it for $3,500. Because I know he's got like 6 in his closet somewhere.
No.
If the graphics cards weren't extremely expensive right now, I could build it for probably $3,500 or less, easily. Wow, that's amazing. And it's sold out. Imagine taking a laptop with you that you can play Battlefield 4 in 2K resolution at over 100 frames a second. This is that laptop. But the thing that's crazy about it is anybody, like these people that went out and actually bought this laptop, this is an Acer. If you know anything about computers, Acer is shit. It's the brand you stay away from. So the fact that people bought this, I could probably sell them a bridge made out of sand. Okay? Acer, I would never give Acer a single dollar for any computer parts. I mean, I could see if this was an Alienware or something like that, something cool. It's a fucking Acer. Acer is like a shit brand. They're a shit fucking brand. Like, whenever I go and I see Acer on somebody's laptop or Acer on their screen, I'm like, what are you buying Acer shit for? It must be cheap. So that's pretty amazing. And I guess there was some hoopla about this because somebody mentioned it to me on Twitter. I didn't even know about this. $9,339. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. That is unreal. And if I go to Acer.com, let's see. I mean, I guess Acer's on the come up. I mean, it does have some cool features. And it's got Tobii eye tracking technology. It's got Cherry mechanical brown switches. It's VR ready, so you could take it with you or put it on your back and go into the VR world. Where's the link that allows me to buy this thing? Oh, here we go. Buy now. Now, if you buy it, you get a deal if you buy it from Acer.com. It's only $8,999.99. So if you guys are looking to get one after the show's over, get it from Acer.com. Pretty cool, huh? Seraphin says, now, if Jagan would show up, I know he won't. If Jagan showed up, I would probably pass out. Crackdown 3 wish it would be like Red Faction Gorilla. Daniel Lawson making that overtime paper. Speaking of overtime, so you guys might not hear, there might not be a show next week because there's going to be a strike, possibly with the company I work for. At first, they were going to have us working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, but they chopped that up a little bit. But I'm going to be working 12-hour shifts like 3 days a week and 8-hour shifts the other days and 7 days a week I'm going to be working. So there might not be a show for a couple weeks because I'm going to be too fucking tired to come here after a 12-hour shift and talk to you all about video games.
What do you do?
I'm going to go in my bed, take off my clothes, hold on to my dick, and go to sleep.
No, what do you do for a job now?
I work for National Grid. They're the Northeast gas and electric company.
Oh, you do IT for them?
I do a little bit IT. It's mostly electronics and mechanical stuff. I install all the computers and drive cams into their trucks and their little charge guards and fuse panels and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool, man.
It's a dream job, dude. I'll never go back to corporate IT again, ever. These guys, they all appreciate what you do. You know, it's fun. You get fresh air. You get to drive around. And working in a truck is like working in a giant computer case. That's all it is.
Yeah, and every day is different.
Yep,
I know
every
how
day
you
is different.
feel.
Yep, it's fucking great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, Capado says, not even Battlefield 3. The Dust and Rubble and Red Faction were insane even now. Yes, exactly. Daniel, clock off. Tell management the Warzone is live. I got to go home. D. Tate's on here. My boss is watching Justice World 2. Jurassic World 2. I got to watch. I checked out Incredibles 2 the other night. Great fucking movie. Oh, it was so good. I waited so long for a sequel to Incredibles. I'm so glad it happened. I felt so good watching that movie. I was so excited. Love it, love it, love it. Creed trailer was pretty dope. And I guess that's going to be Drago's son, which is cool. Capado says, but can it play The Last of Us Part 2? Yes, it can. Any screen can play Last of Us Part 2 as long as the PlayStation 4 is hooked up to it. Fatuna says, 1080s for 2K resolution. I can buy a decent car with 9K. I can take a decent vacation, still have some money left over. So, QL says the GPU market's returning to normal. Thank God. I think Freddie saved us.
They heard me and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Capado says their keyboard are the stuff of nightmares. Go buy from Falcon Northwest. Why hate on Acer? Just read about Acer, Greg. Acer is equivalent to Hyundai when they first came out. And I guess this laptop is their Sonata, so I guess they are on the come up. But Jesus. Thought you were about to say that you take shits on any Acer you see. No. Now, who's this Jordan Duder? Loaded Lux or Black Thought Flex Freestyle? Oh, it's got to be, come on, Black Thought. Are you kidding me? Seraphin says, get your money. Daniel says, 10 hours next week. Damn, you guys are chatting up a storm tonight. What the fuck? Black Raven, what's up? I'm seeing so many different names tonight. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. Everyone mad that Elastigirl is thick. Elastigirl's been thick since the first movie. What the fuck are they mad at now? She's always been thick. Watch Incredibles 1. I don't understand that. I guess these people didn't watch Incredibles 1. What's another topic? How State of Decay 2 was top seller for NPD or Minecraft crossplay video from Nintendo. So yeah. So I said in another chat, I said, watch. I said Nintendo and Microsoft are going to run with this. They're going to take every opportunity they can to throw shade at Sony. And literally days after I said that the Minecraft commercial comes out, where it's literally one person on Xbox and one person on Switch playing with each other. And obviously it's a Microsoft ad because it's Minecraft, it's their product. But it was a Switch commercial, and it's showing Xbox player and a Switch player playing together and building worlds in Minecraft. And I said Nintendo and Microsoft are going to keep running with this. So Jordan Duder says, I've been watching on and off since the Bitbag days. Don't really look out for games anymore, but you're entertaining. I love it. Black Raven says, feels like old school Warzone. Wish I had a good mic. Yeah, get back to work, Daniel. Motherfucker. You know you should change your schedule so you can come on. We need the Xbox point of view on the show.
Xbox news sale.
Daniel's like, we got him. We got him. We're with Nintendo now. We got him. Crossplay,
yes.
Crossplayer bust, motherfuckers. I told you.
Even Nintendo supports Xbox controls.
That's what they do when they're losing.
Whatever happened to the Saudi kid he's talking about, Jagon? Jagon gave up and closed the doors and turned off the internet, and he just plays games in his closet. He got too big, too popular, I guess. He didn't like, I guess, I don't know what it was. I think he mentioned that he just didn't like being in the limelight. He didn't, I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody said something about him. I don't know what it is, but like, just like that cold turkey, he stopped showing up on the show and doing anything, and he
got really sensitive, man.
He got
Somebody
sick of
said
it.
Something. I think, sorry, man. I think it was that guy, Chrome Dome guy from Las Vegas you had.
Chrome Dome?
You know that guy who used to talk about the Birdman guy?
Oh, yeah. Dirty Bird.
I think he got pissed off at him.
I don't know, but I think he mentioned he just hated being public and talking about video games. He hated the community, like not hated the community, but hated the way it was, and he just decided that he's still on Steam playing games. I can tell you right now, the last game he played, he's always on Steam playing games.
Didn't he have the sickest rig?
He at the time he had the sickest rig. He doesn't have it anymore.
It costs more than a laptop.
I'd like to know what graphics card he's running right now. I should ask him. I'll send him a message. Yo, I know you don't want to be on the Warzone or anything. I just want to know what graphics cards you're running and if you upgraded to 128 gigs of RAM and things and stuff.
He probably has the new 1180.
Okay. You got 4 Ti's.
Oh, now his profile's private. Are you fucking kidding me? Really, Jagon? I can't look and see what you played last? Come on, dude. See, this is what he told he went off the grid, so to say. So, yeah, I used to be able to see what games he was playing. Now he's fucking private. Damn, Jagon. Man. I made you who you are, motherfucker. No. Gregory Shaver says, I'm ready for VR games. Gaming doesn't excite me like it used to. It kind of makes me sad. Yeah, it's not as exciting as it used to be. Like, I remember how excited I was when Battlefield Bad Company 2 first came out. And you literally, lose sleep when new shit's coming out that's so fucking dope that you've never experienced before. But there's nothing coming out right now that we haven't really experienced before. Like, everybody, believe it or not, everybody's excited about Red Dead 2. And I'm not. It's going to be Red Dead with better graphics, but it'll still be Red Dead. There's nothing to get excited about. Like, I want new experiences. I want to be like, oh, shit, this is fucking dope. I've been waiting for this. But it's always another first-person shooter, another third-person action game. Nobody's really taking it to that next level. And we thought that was going to happen with VR, and it really hasn't. And it's like, there's nothing coming out that's just mind-blowing. I know everybody's excited for Last of Us 2, Spider-Man, Crackdown 3, things like that, but they're not mind-blowing in the sense that, oh my God, I've never witnessed such gameplay before. It's not happening. So I kind of understand why you don't get excited and why you want more VR games, because you need that next level experience. Kawhi says, you come at the PlayStation King, you best not miss. We don't need no crossplay until next gen. Get out of here, Capato. You know you want fucking crossplay. I want crossplay for the sole reason to get online and have teams of Xbox players versus teams of PlayStation players. I think that would be so fucking cool, especially with the tools we have today, because you have an Xbox versus PlayStation match and then you fucking stream it online and then all the people start talking shit, And then all if the PlayStation people lose, they get pissed off and they'll say, we want a rematch. And then this shit keeps going on. It would be a whole new level. That's a whole new level of gaming right there. You're now playing for your plastic. You're playing for your console. And then talking shit afterwards.
Honestly, I think Microsoft pulled a dirty move there.
What do you talk? What are you saying?
They know they're losing this console thing and everything. They want to steal potential buyers for next gen and stuff like that. So they're just using this as an excuse that Sony is anti-consumer, anti-gamer. Because last gen they didn't want to do it and Sony wanted to do it.
Right, but here's the thing. And a lot of people have been saying how Microsoft didn't want to do it last gen and Sony did. If you think about last gen, let's put last gen in perspective. Number one, how easy was it for developers to do crossplay last gen? It really wasn't easy. They were having enough trouble trying to figure out cell architecture versus what they were doing with 360. You had the RAM issues. There were so many issues that it wasn't a big deal last gen. But Microsoft didn't want to do it. But there's something to say about a company who didn't want to do something and then they changed their tone and now they want to do it versus a company that did want to do it and now they don't. And everybody... Go ahead.
Because it's a bullshit game, because they're behind 40 million consoles. Sony has 85 million console base.
When you say bullshit game, do you mean Fortnite? being a bullshit game, or
No, it's like a dirty game, and they're using the consumers, the gamers, as
right?
like bait, like trolling
But
us.
haven't they always been doing that though? If you think
What?
about it, if you think about
But
Microsoft and Sony, haven't they been doing that for 2 generations now?
yeah, but you know what? If you're really into it, you will have all the consoles anyway. So
Right. I mean, I'm fine. You're fine. But don't you think, aside from the politics of the publishers and what they're doing, don't you think it would be cool to log in to Call of Duty on whatever system you own and play against people that are on a different system? You know that's cool. And the thing is, the architecture between the PlayStation 4, the Xbox, and the PC is now all the same. It's all x86 architecture. It's easier to do. If they wanted to, Activision could do it. DICE could do it. All these companies can make all their multiplayer games crossplay. They all could do it easily. So, difference between last gen and this gen is it's a lot easier to do. Why Microsoft didn't want to do it last gen? I don't know. Why Sony doesn't want to do it this gen? I don't know. It's not fucking money, I'll tell you that. Because it's not going to affect any dollars. If anything, people are going to be happy. And there's this thing where, and I mentioned where you got 6 friends, right? 5 friends go out and get a PlayStation 4, but there's one that really wants an Xbox. But he still wants to play with those other 5 friends. He can't play with them if he gets an Xbox, so he kind of has to get the PlayStation 4. There are situations where that happens.
tough shit for him.
Tough shit for him, but imagine if crossplay was it was a normal thing. Crossplay was a normal thing. It's just a normal thing now. Then that person could get the Xbox and still play with those 5 friends. And that's why it's important. It's important that when you have crossplay, remember how we've had issues in the past where companies take servers down because nobody's playing? Or you have people that aren't playing on PlayStation as much as they were on Xbox, or vice versa. Or maybe there's more playing on PC than there are on console. If you got crossplay, then if you're not getting anybody on your system to play with, then you can play with people on other systems. So maybe they don't have to take the servers down. Maybe the game keeps going longer because you can play with other people. You know what I'm saying? That's always been an issue.
I believe Sony will do that next gen.
What, the crossplay?
Yeah.
Well, they got to do it soon. I mean, it's technology. It's moving forward. It's 2018. That's why I say, yeah, Microsoft said no last gen, but I don't think people cared about crossplay as much last gen. And really, what did Sony want to do with Microsoft that was crossplay? What was the game? I think Sony said they were open to it, but it's not like there was a game in development that they wanted to do crossplay. Sony says, yeah, we'll do it if Microsoft does it. Microsoft says, no, we don't want to do it. But it's not like there was a game. There wasn't a game that, hey, we need to have this crossplay. Now there are games, fucking Rocket Soccer or whatever the fuck that game is, Fortnite, and there's other games that'll possibly go in that direction. But it's going to be hard to do if all 3 of the big companies can't agree to say, hey, let's just do crossplay. What the fuck are you afraid of? You know? So the thing is, I'm not a Fortnite guy, so I don't give a fuck. But I do understand the issue with locking your items to one console. And it's not really an issue of should we go crossplay or not, because this really isn't a crossplay issue. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting lost. Yeah, crossplay would be cool, but this whole issue is that if you log into Sony with your account and you buy stuff, all your stuff is locked to that Sony account. That's the problem. So even if Sony doesn't agree to crossplay, allow people to take their items that they bought and use them on PC and Switch and Microsoft if they want to. It's not a big deal. I think they can. It does work with PC. Has anybody checked this? If you log into PC with your stuff you bought on PlayStation, can you use it on PC, or did they lock it on PC too? I don't know, because I don't play. And I think a lot of people don't care about Fortnite, so they're saying this really isn't a big deal. And yeah, this issue isn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things, because this really isn't a crossplay issue. But I think if Activision or DICE or Rockstar or somebody came out and said, the next Call of Duty, the next Battlefield, the next GTA is going to be fully cross-played across all consoles. I think everybody would get a kick out of that. Nobody can deny that. We'd all love that shit. Especially if you can go in game and there's like a little icon that tells you if the person's on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or Switch. So you know who you're killing. I think that would be fucking cool. It would totally change the fanboy wars to actual wars. Imagine that. That would be fucking dope. So anyway, let's read some more of these questions. Seraphim says, I remember when you had that Jess girl on. You mean the one from Shut the Fuck Up and Play? That only played one game ever? Triggerman says, shouldn't Xbox gamers be more mad for Fortnite hidden behind the Xbox Live paywall and not crossplay with PS4? It's free.
That's right.
It's free on PS4 without Plus. Well, here's the thing about that. And I would say, yes, they should be pissed off about that. But I haven't heard any stories yet where people bought an Xbox to play Fortnite and couldn't play it because they needed a live subscription. I saw that is, you do make a good point there. But I haven't heard any outrage over that. And me, if I was a person, says, oh, this Fortnite game looks really cool and it's free, and I go out and I buy an Xbox and I download Fortnite and it says I can't play because I have to Xbox Live subscription, I would think that was kind of stupid. Because why would you make somebody pay for a free game? So that is kind of dumb. And I don't know why they do that. Because they removed the paywall for Netflix, which is free. They did that last gen, right? Or the beginning of this gen. So why is it really true? Do you really have to have an Xbox Live subscription to play Fortnite? I don't think I have Xbox Live anymore. I might check that.
Yeah.
I might test that.
You do.
Really? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Let me send a message to Larry Herb. Dun 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 dun.
Well, I have Xbox Live and I play Fortnite on it sometimes, but my other friend doesn't have the Xbox Live Gold and he can't play.
I'm gonna send it to him anyway. To play Fortnite, a free-to-play game on Xbox One. And I'll tag.
That's same with PUBG and Minecraft too.
PUBG's not free though.
Yeah, I know, but they had that beta thing going on
Oh,
Xbox.
that's early access. That's different. You're gonna have to pay for it when it's done. I think it's 1.0 now. I think you have to pay for it now. Xbox P3 and at Aaron Greenberg. I'll send it to all of them. See what they say. Let's get this going. Let's get this fixed. We shouldn't have to play Fortnite behind a fucking paywall. That's stupid. And no, I don't think they should be more mad because of that. Because if you take the majority of people that actually own an Xbox One, the majority of those people actually have Xbox Live subscriptions. So, like me, that's why a lot of people probably don't know that you need to be behind a paywall to play the free game. They just don't know. So, I think the majority of people who get Xboxes get it. It's just an Xbox thing now. It's just, oh, you get an Xbox, you gotta have Xbox Live. It's that thing. Kapata says, when Sony won a crossplay, y'all sang another song. Yeah, this was, okay, y'all keep saying this. This was last generation, okay? I am talking about the now. I don't care about last generation. I could tell you a million ways why people didn't give a stink about this last generation. Because there was nothing to crossplay. And it was all conversation. I remember there was an article where they said, Microsoft said, no, we don't want to do it or whatever. It was just an article. It's not like there was this developer that had this killer app that they wanted crossplay on and Microsoft wouldn't do it. And everybody keeps bringing that up. What about fucking now? Okay? You can't be a person who's saying, when Sony wanted crossplay, y'all sang another song, and not actually want crossplay this generation. There's no reason to not want it. If you play multiplayer games and you play on consoles, there's no reason to not want crossplay. Nobody can give me a reason. Like, why wouldn't you want it? It's just more people to kill. We all want more people to kill. You ever try to get on, some nights Battlefield's like really going crazy, and you try to get on Battlefield, and all the rooms are full, 64, 64, 64, 64, and you got to sit there and wait to play? You know? You ever get on to play a game that you really love that nobody else is playing anymore, and there's like 10 people playing, and you can't get a full game? Wouldn't it be cool if the servers were all crossplay and you can get a full game of 32 or 64 or 100 just because there's more people playing because there's more consoles? There's nothing bad about crossplay, and it's something that every gamer who plays multiplayer games should want. If you sit in your room and you get lost in your single player games and that's all you play, that's cool. I can understand that. But if you are a multiplayer gamer, and I think most of us in this room are, then you should want crossplay. I can't see if anybody. I'll challenge anybody to say why crossplay is a bad thing that plays multiplayer games, and I don't think there's anybody in here that's going to say that. It just doesn't make sense. Seraphin says every week they would ask what she was playing. She would say she didn't really. But yeah, all she played was fucking Mass Effect. I should have kicked her off a long time ago. But anyway, Greg says, where the fuck is Ice? Ice is probably playing MLB or something. Ruben says, screw crossplay, just release people's Switch accounts. Yeah, which is the main point here, is people can't get access to their stuff, which is fucking stupid. Joseph Ashcroft, Torrance, do you think Generations are finished? Will we only get upgrades? Yes, thank you for asking that question, Joseph, because I do think Generations, people keep saying that, well, let me break it down for you. Okay, so in video game Generations, it was different because every generation there were substantial leaps in hardware, different coding tools, different controllers, different graphics tools. That's why backwards compatibility has been so difficult for Sony, or for Nintendo, because the stuff that they do is just like, whoa, we made this huge jump from this console to the next. So we look at those as generations. Where let's talk phones. The difference between iPhone 6 and iPhone 7 is negligible. I mean, they're both basically the same thing. One's got a little bit more power. Okay? But they're still different generations. So the generations of game consoles now, and I'm not going to throw Nintendo in this group. I'm just going to do Sony and Microsoft. They're all x86 architecture now. Going forward, every PlayStation will be backwards compatible. Every Xbox will be backwards compatible because it's the same hardware but more powerful. I guarantee you the next Xbox and next PlayStation will have 16 gigabytes of RAM. They'll have a faster processor. They'll focus on 60 frames per second gaming. Yeah, the resolution, that's all out now. It's all going to be about 60 frames a second. But every game that you have on your existing Xbox One, every game that you have on your PlayStation 4 will be able to be run on these new consoles. And I don't know if Sony's going to call it the PS5 or not. Maybe they'll call it the PlayStation 5, but the PlayStation 5 will just be a more powerful PlayStation 4. If Sony decides to change the architecture and not make it backward compatible, they're fucking stupid. Because that's what Microsoft's doing. That's what they're going to do. Producer says, at Capato, yes, because games were as social as they are today. Shut the fuck up. Oh, no. It's starting. Ice's antagonism made the show hilarious. It always makes the show hilarious. You should have heard him last week in the chat. Jagon sleeps in NVIDIA basement. Test lab works for Tegra. Shapered Hot Pockets. Smooth Retro says Spider-Man. Kapata says, don't care. Sony is king. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Y'all just play here. Like I said last time, Tor, I don't like cowboy westerns. Okay. Seth says, Pokemon was kind of a new experience, but it fizzled. Kapata says, next gen, I want that. Now I want to see fanboys' tears over this bullshit. Kai Godson says, should I play Red Faction, Gorilla, or Armageddon? Play Gorilla. Fuck Armageddon. Armageddon is such a downgrade compared to Gorilla. I have Armageddon, and it's okay, but it's not the same experience at all. Black Raven says, LOL, Fanboy Wars, Hungry Games. Ruben says, will it work for Sony? So I don't see why it wouldn't work for Microsoft. Yeah, exactly. Last gen, DC Universe Online was crossplay. With PC, though, right? It was only with PC. They've done crossplay with PC. Last gen, Microsoft wasn't even in the lead. Microsoft was in the lead for most of the generation. Seraphin says,
they lost.
Seth, you are so right. Both Microsoft and Sony lost. Who did they lose to? Come on. Trick question here. Who won last gen? Somebody say it.
We.
Yep. Nintendo. Capato, you don't let everyone in your house. Doesn't want y'all here. Nintendo doesn't want you. Go that way, but I want to play people on the other systems. Yes. So he agrees that it's a good thing. Casuals don't care even though the hardcore have multiple consoles. So, yeah, but here's the thing about multiple consoles. Yes, I can get on my PlayStation and play against Sony people. I can get on my Xbox, play against Xbox people. I can get on my PC, play against PC people. When I get my Switch, I can get on my Switch and play against Switch people. But how about I buy the game once and I play everybody?
Yeah,
Remember
it's like I don't have to buy Call of Duty and then buy Call of Duty again and go, fuck you.
Remember
man.
last gen when I was buying multiple copies of games? I bought 2 copies of Red Dead. I bought 2 copies of GTA 4. I bought multiple copies of Call of Duty. I bought multiple copies of every... I think I had 3 different versions of Battlefield 3. 2 different versions of Battlefield Bad Company 2. I was buying multiple copies so I could play Xbox people, PlayStation people, PC people. I wanted to be able to play everybody. So I would buy multiple copies. I don't do that shit anymore. I want to buy 1 copy and play everybody. Come on. It's 2018. It's 2018. This technology exists. Imagine if somebody discovered electricity, but they weren't letting us have it for like 10 years. Imagine if somebody discovered fucking the smartphone, but they were just holding on to that tech and not letting us have it because somebody was being stupid. There's absolutely no reason why we can't have everybody crossplay right now. The technology is there. It exists. It works. These fucking independent developers, these third-party developers, have showed us that the shit works. So let us fucking have it. Just let us fucking have it. Forget all this bullshit. Stop saying that Microsoft didn't want it last gen. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't help anybody's argument. Because all it's when you say Microsoft didn't want it last gen, all you're saying is Sony's paying them back now. It's payback time. It's like, come on, the gamers are the ones that are getting hurt. So there's no reason we can't have this. None whatsoever. It's stupid. Nobish says PC will always murder console players. Sony won't crossplay with MS because they're the competition. But even though they're the competition, it's not going to negatively affect Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo. And the positive effect is on the gamers. Greg Shavers says, I think I might get into PC gaming. I need experiences, Tor. I got this PS4 collecting dust. If you have a PC, if you don't have a PC, Greg, send me some messages on Twitter. I got builds for you. I'll help you out. Capato says, the problem is that next-gen PS5 is going to be behind the Xbox again, so crossplay is dead again. Killa says, crossplay is going to happen. It's just sad that it's taking this long. Right. It's like waiting for Trump to sign an order to stop separating kids from their parents. Everybody's going nuts about it. Triggerman says, Xbox Fortnite requires Xbox Live paywall. That is the bigger issue. PS Fortnite does not require. That is not, I've already explained to you, Triggerman, that's really not the bigger issue because up until this whole thing happened with Sony, I did not even know that you had to pay Xbox Live to play the free game because, like I said, I had an Xbox Live account for so long, and most of the people that play have Xbox Live accounts. So, I mean, I've literally heard nobody complain about this, so I don't think it's a bigger issue. It really isn't. I think the bigger issue is when you buy something using your Epic account, you should be able to use that shit on whatever system that game is on. And Sony shouldn't be locking the items you purchased on their system. I mean, literally, if you go and you bought all this shit on Xbox and you log in the PSN, then your account's locked to PSN. And you can't have that shit anymore anywhere else. It's fucking stupid. That is the bigger issue. I mean, you're making a case about this paywall issue, but you're also making a straw man argument because that really has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We could talk all day about the Xbox Live paywall and how stupid it is, but it has absolutely nothing to do with crossplay, and it's really not fucking gamers over. Like, if I want Fortnite and I don't want to pay for Xbox Live, then I'm not paying for Xbox Live. People can choose to do what they want with their money. And while it's fucked that you have to have an Xbox Live account to play a free game, if people are willing to pay for Xbox Live to play Fortnite, that's on them. That's their money. They can do what they want with that. But I'm telling you, the majority of people that are playing Fortnite on Xbox already have Xbox Live accounts. It's not like, oh, I want to be an online gamer today. Let me get Fortnite. No, most of these people already have an Xbox, already have Xbox Live subscriptions. So that's really not the bigger issue. And Triggerman, do you have an Xbox? Are you having an issue with this? Do you not have an Xbox Live account? Black Raven says crossplay will happen. Ruben says, I think people only want crossplay here in the States and nowhere else, and Sony just don't care. Well, I don't know if online multiplayer is big in Japan. If you look at most of the Japanese games that come out, they're single-player experiences. Turn-based RPGs with the same looking Japanese fucking characters we've seen in games going back 30 years. They don't do a lot of multiplayer games. That's mostly a Western thing. Kabbalah says, crossplay will happen when Xbox and Nintendo throw in the towel and become Sony developers. All your bases belong to us. Rocket League. Yeah, it would be fun to play Xbox users on my PS4. Oh, Hip Hop Gamer. Missed you at E3, big dog. Miss you too, Hip Hop. Did people have to slap you at the conferences because you were yelling too loud? I heard you broke E-Man's ribs in his shoulders when you were shaking them when they were showing games. Nintendo won't quit that blue ocean, LOL. Black, what's good, son? I uninstalled Fortnite yesterday. Knobbish. Everybody's tripping. Hip Hop, you should just come in the fucking the Discord since you're watching and talk so people can hear your voice. What are you doing?
On my TV and shit.
On my TV. You can do it on your TV. Sony already supports crossplay with PC gamers, almost 40 titles. Woo! Let's see. One Fortnite account, all platforms. Much love to everyone. God bless and shots fired. Let's see. What's good? We need that power hour. Hey, Tor, do you want to do this channel full-time one day? No, I don't. I got too many other things. I got fishing. As you know, I'm going to this big, huge fishing show. Ruben knows about it. I'm going to ICAST in a couple weeks, and I am as excited about going to ICAST for the first time as I was the first time I went to E3 back in 1995, if that tells you anything. I'm going to be in a fishing tournament called the ICAST Cup. I'm already getting invited to parties with fishing pros and stuff. It's fucking awesome. I'm so excited about it. Steph says exactly selective outrage. Cross-platform progression should be way better than cross-play. I agree. Funny thing about it, PS4 has Fortnite PS4 bundle coming out with one free skin. Tor looks like he's about to drop the illest freestyle this month. Drop us a few bars about how you love Microsoft more than anything. Actually, Microsoft isn't even my favorite publisher. I mean, the only thing I'll tell you, the only thing I truly love about Microsoft is Windows 10. That's about it. I'm a huge fan of DICE. DICE is like one of my biggest favorite developers, and soon it's probably going to be CD Projekt, because I'm sure when I see this cyberpunk footage, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. 2007 says, I find H1Z1 more fun than Fortnite, to be honest. I do have a green screen. If you look at some of the old episodes, Greg, I do have the green screen set up so you can just see my head. But it's such a pain in the ass to set up every night, because even though I'm in a bigger man cave, I got a lot of shit in here. It's still tight quarters, so I'm just like, it's not really a big deal to do that. Yeah, when I get spring cleaning done, I might set it up again. Warzone 360, the cycle is complete. Producer says, why are people paying for Xbox Live when you literally can just get it free with Microsoft Rewards? Huh. I don't know.
On PC, too.
Good question. Well, that's why. Everybody, you know what? And I keep saying this. Everybody should be gaming on PC. Think about this. You game on PC, you get all the Microsoft exclusives. You get all the PC exclusives. You get a lot of the PlayStation 4 exclusives on PC. And you get the better gaming experience. Why isn't everybody gaming on PC?
It's expensive for some people.
Yeah, it's not expensive. Some of these motherfuckers bought like 3 PlayStation 4s. Got the VR,
But they don't see it that way.
Yeah, well, we need to put them in a chair, slap them around, and make them see it that way. They don't know what they're missing. I guarantee you, if I take 10 console-only owners and put them in front of a PC to play some PC games, especially games they already have on their console and some new experiences, they're going to want a PC.
Yeah, really, the only console you need is the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Because that's the only system you can't get the games anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's portable.
Yeah. Killer says Battlefield 5 is going to be fun as fuck. I'm not investing in Battlefield 5. I'm way on the fence. I'm behind the fence on that one. Console to PC doesn't count as crossplay. Yes, it does count as crossplay. Hardcore gamers have multiple consoles. COD 4 Remaster should have been that. Yeah, should have been that crossplay game for 1990. Yep. I'm with you, Capato. I agree. You want to remaster a fucking Call of Duty game? Make that shit crossplay. Good idea. Killer says, I love story games and multiplayer. I got the same love for both of them. I do too, but more so, I'd say more so multiplayer. Gregory says, fellas, when the next gen come, I don't want it to come for another 3 years. No point now. Yeah, supposedly the PS5's 2021 or 2022, and Microsoft's already working on their next Xbox. They're going to be like phones now, guys. Get used to it. You know, they're going to be like phones. It's crazy.
Their phone money.
Oh, Seth makes a good point here. Nintendo and Sony have a bad history. They do. When Sony fucked over Nintendo and got Final Fantasy, I'll never forget that, man. That was the biggest fucking low blow in the history of gaming when Sony got the Final Fantasy franchise from Nintendo. Oh, boy.
That was the reply for the Sony CD-ROM. They actually got fucked over.
Yep, because Sony kept fucking Nintendo over. So Sony said, we'll make our own system, motherfuckers, and then took their game. Oh, my God. You never saw any more Final Fantasy games on Nintendo after that. They were all on PlayStation. I'll never forget that. It was just like, I was just like, what? They're making the next Final Fantasy on PlayStation, and it's exclusive to PlayStation? No more Final Fantasy games on Nintendo? What the fuck just happened in video games? I couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe Square did that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, shit. They just fucked Nintendo. And you know what? I didn't care because I hated Nintendo back then. I hated those motherfuckers. They deserved that shit. I was so happy. I was like, yes. Oh.
Remember how hard they were to third-party guys?
Yeah, dude. Nintendo fucked everybody over.
Shit.
They not only that, they fucked their own third parties over. They fucked Tengen over when Tengen brought the real arcade Tetris game out for the NES. They made them.
I have that.
Yep, I dude. So my cousin bought that game. I remember when he bought it, and I was telling him, you know, not too long before he passed, I said, dude, that Tetris is worth a lot of money, right here. Okay, so a lot of you don't know why this game is important. I'm going to explain it to you. I've talked about this game on several Warzones before, infrequently. The reason why this version of Tetris is not only the best version, but it's important to know that Nintendo fucked gamers over with this, because back then, when games came out on the NES, they were not arcade perfect. In fact, they were so different from the arcade version, they were completely new games. This version of Tetris that Tengen released was the arcade version of Tetris. I bet y'all didn't know Tetris was an arcade game before it hit consoles. It was a fucking arcade game. Had the little Russian guys that would dance and the cool music. This was the first Tetris that came out for NES. Then Nintendo got some wacky license for Tetris. And when Nintendo brought their shitty Tetris out, they made Tengen their own third party that makes games for NES. They made them pull their version of Tetris off the shelves. What I am holding right here is a rare copy of the game.
And the cartridge is different.
Yeah. Oh, so check this out, because not a lot of these were produced. So I don't. If some of you older heads had an NES, you knew that back in the day, Activision used to do this. eMagic did it on Atari. Third parties would make their cartridges look different. This is the Tengen Tetris cartridge. Feast your eyes on that. Now, this is how diligent my cousin was. Okay, this is he had OCD. I didn't know what it was called back then. Perfect instruction manual. perfect poster, perfect insert with a Tenjin seal of quality. Tenjin had their own seal of quality.
I had an offer for mine for 1,500.
Yeah.
I said no.
Nope,
fuck
nope.
that shit.
Keep that shit. Keep that shit. These things are worth so much money. So I'm actually gonna get this graded for him just in case, you know, I can sell it and give the money to his daughter when she goes to school or whatever. But there it is. So I don't know how we got it. Yeah. So Nintendo was a dirty fucking company back in the day. I used to hate those motherfuckers. When they held Batman, the Sega Genesis version of Batman, hostage for a whole fucking year. A third-party game, a license they didn't even own. Like, I was wondering, it's like, why are these companies giving Nintendo these fucking licenses to hold hostage? I was so pissed. So when Sony took that fucking Final Fantasy from them, oh, man, if I was old enough to drink, maybe I was old enough. Was I old enough to drink? I think I was old enough to drink. I should have popped some champagne.
You know when they got really pissed off in the Genesis days when Mortal Kombat came out?
Oh, yeah. And Genesis had all the fatalities, and Nintendo put like sugar and cotton candy on all theirs.
You know, flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking penalized those guys big time, man.
And you know what the Nintendo fanboys would say? But the graphics are better. You know, it's like, you could have your fucking pretty colors and shit. I need to see skulls being ripped out of bodies and blood dripping. That's why people played Mortal Kombat.
I actually like the Genesis better looking anyway.
Yeah, because the Genesis, there was something Nintendo did with the colors on the NES version. It looked a little bit more vibrant. But whatever. I mean, you want the fatalities. And I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. I'm like, it's a game where you fight and you kill your opponent. Just fucking put the fatalities in. You know, this is back in the days where people thought only kids played video games. It used to piss me off. Seraphin says, is next gen going to be the service box? Now the OnLive thing will work. Joseph Ashcroft says, thank you for answering my question. Love the show. Black Raven says, forget last gen crossplay. Live in the now. Well, this is 20 minutes ago. Damn, y'all leaving a lot of messages tonight. Killer says, I like what you said the last Warzone episode when you said we're the ones that won E3. The game is we're always the one that win. Because that's who the games are for, right? You know? Let's see. Ruben says, no cross-play equals multiple copies equals more money equals Sony's excuse. Well, Sony's changed their excuse because before they said they didn't want it because they kind of hinted that they didn't want people like abusing gamers on PSN or something to that nature, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Producer says crossplay forces not only console purchases to play with friends, but also additional game purchases if you play on multiple consoles. The decision is 100% financial. Wait, crossplay forces not only console purchases to play with friends, but no crossplay. But here's the thing, producer. I don't think the example I gave you is really a huge thing. I don't think the majority of people out there that play with their friends got the PS4 because they had to, not because they wanted to, or got the Xbox because they had to, not because they wanted to. I just think that sometimes there's somebody that actually wants to play those games, and then that situation arises where they're forced to buy a competing console. Or parents are stupid and they go out and they buy the wrong console, and then the kid ends up just keeping it and playing it anyway. We know that happens. But I don't think that it happens so much that Sony would actually lose money in console sales. And I understand what you're saying, and I understand that that's quite possible why Sony is doing it, but it's not, because Sony already gave an excuse as to why they're doing it, and it was a lie. Because if Sony didn't want crossplay because of the social communications aspect of it, then they wouldn't have crossplay with PC, because people with PC have microphones and headsets too, and they can still communicate. So there's no way that's the reason. So they're making up lies. And I guarantee, remember what, here, I'll tell you this, producer. I'll tell everybody who's kind of defending Sony on this. Remember when Sony said that PSN's always going to be free? I'll end it right there. Remember when Sony said you'll never have to pay to play online? I'll end it right there. They changed their tune. Sony's definitely going to change their tune with crossplay. It might not happen now. Might happen in a year or so. Or if people start selling their PS4s to play fucking Fortnite, people have done crazier things. If more shit like that happens, or if third-party developers start saying, fuck you, Sony, if you're not going to do crossplay, then we're not going to make our game on your console. If things like that start to happen, then I could see Sony quickly making the change and allowing crossplay. Right now, but more important than crossplay itself, Sony needs to release the lock on Fortnite on their system, which is a completely different issue. They need to do that. Black Raven says, you spent millions in games, T. Remember Blur? Dachi says, Sony cares about the gamers. They are bringing PS4 with Fortnite packed in. Paywall excuses just damage control for Sony. Dr. Evil says, Tor, would you force Bass Pro Shop to sell their competition stuff in the store? If Sony says no, let them say no, or start talking about how much money you are willing to give them to say yes. I already give Sony enough money to say yes. I actually have a PlayStation Plus. What's the one that gives you the online and the free? Yeah, I got a PlayStation Plus account. I give Sony money. I give Microsoft money. I buy their shit. You know, I'm paying Microsoft $10 a month for Game Pass. But to more explicitly answer your question, Bass Pro Shop's competition is Cabela's. Okay? Would I force Bass Pro Shop to sell their competition stuff in the store? So would I force Bass Pro Shops to sell Cabela's stuff in their store? No, I would just drive to Cabela's. Dr. Evil, I love you, but that's a piss poor analogy on many levels. Number one, going to a store to purchase something isn't the problem here. The problem here is they went to the store to purchase some items, and then they can't take those items with them to other places. So if I go to Bass Pro Shops and I buy a fishing rod, but I can't take that fishing rod to other places to fish, I can only fish in Bass Pro Shops lakes, that's bullshit. And that's what Sony did. And to further expand on my answer, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's merged. They're all one company now. Not a good example. Last gen excuse shit is childish. I don't play kindergarten shit anymore. Why are they hiding the Cyberpunk? You know what? Good fucking question to change the subject. Why are they hiding the Cyberpunk footage?
Yeah, don't
let me tell you something. So, you guys know, I go to CES, or I used to go to CES every year. When you go to CES, we would see on display technology that wouldn't be released to the public for 2 or 3 years. And these electronics companies had no problem showing us this stuff. Like, I saw 8K TVs 3 or 4 years ago. I saw OLEDs like 4 years before they were released to the public officially. Okay? It's not a big deal. You don't have to sign any NDAs or anything. Why is it that a motherfucker who's in the press can pay $600 for his round-trip flight, $800 to $1,200 for a hotel, go through all that shit to get E3 passes, fly all the way to Los Angeles, let's say you're in New York, 3,000 motherfucking miles, you go to Los Angeles, you're pressed, you walk on the show floor, and a company's going to have something behind closed doors, and you're not invited to see it. So IGN got to see it, GameSpot got to see it, all the popular YouTubers got to see it, but you try to get behind closed doors to see this game footage, and you can't, because why? Because they're all booked. I've seen it. When you go to these places, Ubisoft used to do this shit. You literally I look at their schedule, because they're not bullshitting. I look at their schedule, and there's no time slots available. There's ink in every single slot in the grid. So they literally can't fit you in, right? So, okay, I'm with the press. I came to see your shit. Why do you have your fucking game behind closed doors? I mean, I'm press. I'm here. Why is it hidden behind some veil that I can't see? I came to see your game. Everybody else's games are on screens on the show floor, and I could just walk by and look at them. I never understood this shit. And somebody said, well, if they show it early to the public, then they're going to say they don't like the graphics or something when they change it. I'm like, who gives a fuck? I want to see the motherfucking game. I don't care if the graphics change. I want to see this fucking game. I have heard that this is like a watershed moment in first-person shooters. I have heard motherfuckers are reacting to this game the same way we reacted to Crysis years ago when Crysis first came out. Imagine that. I'm like, how's that fucking possible? CD Projekt Red. So this is one of the many reasons why I can't stand this industry anymore. It's one of the reasons why I stopped going to E3. Because, you know, they put stuff behind closed doors. Who goes to a fucking convention and hides something behind a curtain and says, okay, you, and you can see it, but nobody else can? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So anyway, there's this footage that people saw of Cyberpunk that's supposed to be fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I'm dying to see this shit. I'm dying to see it. And they haven't put it out there yet. They haven't hinted to when they're going to put it out there. It's driving me fucking crazy. I want to see this shit. So we got to wait. We just got to wait. I even asked CG Projekt Red. I said, when are you dropping this footage? No response. No leaks. No nothing. It's driving me crazy. Black Raven says, oh, last gen. Shut the fuck up. Ruben says, iCast, so jelly. Tor, you should be as popular as Lamar Wilson. I don't know who Lamar Wilson is. Is that dude with them big eyes? Because when we do see Cyberpunk, we're going to scream downgrade. yeah, it's like, who cares what people say? Who cares if they say downgrade? I don't care. I want to see this fucking game. When are Nintendo going to make an open world Pokemon game? I think they are working on an open world Pokemon. Aren't they working on an online Pokemon game? Didn't they mention that during the tree house or whatever? The bird shit house? I can't remember. Producer says, I don't like gaming on PC and I have... Wait, where is that? What happened to it? Oh, this jumped up. Whoa, what the fuck happened?
You know what this podcast just made me do?
What?
I'm going to get rid of all my consoles. Fuck it.
Wait, dude, what happened?
And I'm going to make a super fucking desktop now. Again.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This fucking chat is like 100 yards deep. Hold on.
I'm going to build a $5,000 fucking PC.
Well, this is producer saying, I don't like gaming on PC and I have a dual monitor rig for audio production, video, and 3D work. Only game I would want to play on PC is Forza. I can get that sled. Producer, you're a gamer and you actually have a PC that can play games and you don't play fucking games on your PC? Are you one of those dudes that has to be on your couch with the big 60-inch screen? Because there's a lot of people. So here's the thing: there's a lot of console gamers that don't understand why PC gamers will game on like a 25 or a 32-inch screen. And you do realize that the distance from your screen to your eyeballs is what makes the difference. So when you sit 8 feet away from your 60-inch, it's like me sitting 1.5 feet away from my 32-inch screen. So it's not like you're getting a better experience on the big giant screen versus the smaller screen because you're sitting closer to the smaller screen. So you're getting the same effect. You know, that's anyway, but I don't understand how you have a rig that's capable of doing 3D work and you don't fucking play games on it. Dude, just give it a try. Install
hook your PC up to the fucking TV.
Dude, it's fun. Yeah, hook your PC up to the TV. Or fuck that.
I do that shit.
It's Steam summer sale, man. Go download some shit from Steam for $2 and play it on your fucking PC.
I have 2 fucking PCs. I game on the monitor if I want to game. And if I want to relax on the couch, I game on the TV on the couch.
Freddy's got it hooked up. Okay, watch this. Ready? Freddy, watch this. Okay. Somebody tell me the last console game they bought. And don't give me fucking exclusives.
God of War.
Don't say fucking... No God of Wars, no exclusive, no Pokemon, no Mario Kart. Like, multi-platform... What's the last multi-platform gaming you bought on console? And how much did you pay for it? I want to see those answers in the chat. I'm going to show you something. Capata says... Social Gamers, he says, you called you called an old head. I found out about Kapata says I found out about a Tetris from the portable Tetris only games. Greg says, Taurus, I just at you on Twitter for the rigs. I'm going to look into PC gaming. I only do Macs now, but I'll make an exception. Steph says Mortal Monday. It is important because that's the case. Any anime recommendations? Shit. I haven't watched any anime in a while, but Prison School's good. Kill la Kill. Food Wars. You know, I'm sure if Rikusen was here, he'd give you a long list of names you wouldn't understand. Most gamers are lemmings. They usually go where their friends are. Let's see. This cross-play shit will pass. People will buy PS4 for exclusives. This is new shit. People buy Nintendo for exclusives. People buy Xbox for exclusives. People are always buying consoles for exclusives. But the reality is people are buying consoles for multiplayer games. As a matter of fact, people buy Xboxes and PlayStations for multi-platform games. People buy Switches for exclusive games. People will say they buy PlayStation for exclusive games, but whenever you look at the top 10 games for PlayStation, the majority of those top 10 games are fucking multi-platform games. The majority of the top 10 Xbox multi-platform games. You'll always find one or two exclusives if Microsoft or Sony release an exclusive in that time frame. But the majority of people that buy consoles nowadays, Xbox and PlayStation, are buying them for multi-platform games. That's factual information. Twitch is leftover channel for you. I'll be rolling Dulo over there. What happened to the outcry about mods on PS4? That outcry is over. How long do you expect it to last? Sony's excuse was because of the children. Only Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops are owned by the same company. Yeah. Ruben knew. Ruben's like the only, as far as I know, Ruben's the only diehard fisherman in here, so he knew what I was getting ready to say before I said it. It was mid that allowed PS4 mods that allow PS4 to get hacked. Now all the games are free. See why Sony doesn't want to open that shit to But there's the thing is, Dr. Evil, you're not opening anything to Microsoft. You're not opening a gate to Microsoft. Crossplay does not allow people to hack your system. When Sony got hacked, it got hacked from the back end, not from the front end. How can a game be game of the show but no one has seen? Media hype? Oh, okay, so the way the game of the show is determined is people from media outlets go and they play a bunch of different games and they have a little vote and they figure out what the game of the show, because we did it. I think we did it 1 year. That's how I got the bit bag on the back of Mortal Kombat. I got in the Mortal Kombat ad. I got us on the Battlefield 3 commercial, because you go and you play the games and you have a voting system, and we had these little placards. So anybody who got an award for E3, we'd give them a placard and they put it up on their award wall. So that's how a game of the show determines. Like, you go to E3 and your whole staff plays, let's say your whole staff checked out 50 games. You sit down and you go through those 50 games and you figure out what was everybody's favorite game. Whatever game gets the most votes gets game of the show. Sony was the first to jump on Microsoft for their anti-consumerism and the start before the games. Now Sony is in the lead and making stupid shit again. Did Hip Hop Gamer see Cyberpunk? He's supposed to be our voice. I don't think Hip Hop Gamer saw it. I don't think they let any brothers see that game, to be honest with you. Black Raven, enjoy your PUBG only on Xbox. PUBG is fucking dope. Triggerman says Detroit. Oh, that's god damn it. Okay, so producer, how much you pay for Far Cry? Was it Far Cry 5? How much did you pay for that? Monster Hunter World, $60. God damn, you guys pick the hard ones. Let me see. Okay, so Far Cry 5 right now on Steam is $44.99. And Monster Hunter World is not on Steam. How the fuck do you get Monster Hunter World if it's not on Steam? Anybody know? Wait, did the PC version come out yet? I'm way behind.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Sony needs to push H1Z1 and drop Fortnite to end the bullshit. Fact is, Sony will not change their crossplay stance until they have a reason to. They are dominating the console space. Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been saying for years that these companies don't care about gamers. This just further proves it. Sony's just proving everybody's point. You know, we know these companies are in it for the money. They don't really care about the gamers. And this just further proves it. So it's, like I said, I'm fine either way, but I understand why people are pissed. I get it. Sari says, I thought Sony is so conservative on mods is because strict certification rules and fear of malware attacks from independent modders. Ruben says, everybody thinks that crossplay isn't important, but that's all anyone's talking about lately. Yes. You know when somebody gets something and you don't have it? Like, remember when you were a kid? I got Hostess cupcakes. So good. And you're like, so? I don't care. I don't care about Hostess cupcake. No, and damn well you wanted them chocolate motherfuckers with that filling inside. That's all this is right now. Because you know, as soon as Sony does allow crossplay, all these naysayers are going to be like, bam, motherfucker, there you go. Bam! What you say now? Bam! Because that's what they do. It goes back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if you're for the gamer, nobody should be making excuses for Sony. Period. If you are for the gamer, you shouldn't be making excuses for Sony. Nobody should be making excuses for any of these fucking companies. Like, if somebody's going to sit here and try to make an excuse why Fortnite's behind a paywall and why it's good for Microsoft, I don't want to fucking hear it. You don't make excuses for these companies.
Yeah, but at the same time, Microsoft and Nintendo cannot dictate what Sony and when Sony does crossplay.
No, actually, you're right. Microsoft and Nintendo can't. But I'm going to tell you, Microsoft and Sony, or Microsoft and Nintendo, they're going to play that card. They're going to keep playing that card. They're going to keep doing that shit. They're going to keep egging them on. They're going to keep throwing that shade. You know why? Because they can. You know why Sony threw shade at Microsoft early in this generation? Because they could. What? You're not going to allow fucking rentals on your system? Shade. Throw shade at fucking Microsoft. And when you throw, and you know what? When Sony threw shade at Microsoft for not allowing rentals and Sony did allow rentals, guess what? Gamers were like, fuck you. You're not going to let me rent my games or sell my games when I'm done with them? Fuck you. I'm going with Sony. Fuck you. This is the same thing, people. It's the same motherfucking thing. These motherfuckers lock people's purchases behind PSN. And motherfuckers ain't happy about it. And I'm not just talking about little Timmy on Twitter. I'm talking about prominent people in the industry are pissed off at Sony about this. You shouldn't be defending Sony. You should be on their side. You're either for the gamers or you're not. If you're a gamer, you should be for the gamers. This is about us. We all go, we work hard, we pay our money to these companies. And we should be treated like fucking customers. We should, you know, you heard good customer service. Customers always right. You've heard that shit. If you're paying money for something, you should get something. And I think it's bullshit. Stop defending these corporations. They all do fucked up shit. Nintendo's done fucked up shit. Microsoft's done fucked up shit. Sony's done fucked up shit. EA's done fucked up shit. You didn't see anybody defending EA when they fucked with everybody with Battlefront 2. And nobody defended EA. I don't understand. Triggerman says this E-League show Malik is hosting on TBS is pretty good. Yeah, he that dude like disappeared and then blew up out of nowhere. I'm like, how the fuck did Malik get in fucking esports? Like, what the fuck happened? I saw him doing it. I'm like, is that Malik? I'm saying Malik. It's Malik. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Like, boom, there you go. I'm doing esports now. Fuck y'all. More power to him, though. Get your money. Yeah, producer says, then everybody bought digital. Yeah, hilarious. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. People were all pissed about this fucking selling games and trading games and all this stuff. And then digital sales just fucking exploded this generation. Why? Because like most people are like me. I usually have props for the show, and I can't find this prop. It's my case, my 300 games in my little leather CD case. When you run out of room for these games, what the fuck are you gonna do? You know? And then so you got people buying digital because there's a convenience to digital. And then you got the people like, well, you really don't own that copy of that game that's digital, and they could take it away from you. And it's just like, you know, like you can't win for fucking losing. So you say, okay, fuck digital. I'm buying all fucking hard copies. You buy all hard copies, you go on vacation, somebody robs your house and takes all your hard copies. Then you got to convince your insurance company to refund you for all your games so you can buy all your games again. And then you got to run around to all the fucking stores that you bought your hard copy from and hope that the hard copies are available. Imagine if you had 300 games that got stolen, right? And you got to go to Best Buy, you got to go to Target, you got to go to fucking GameSlut and find all these fucking copies of games again because they all got stolen and you got your insurance check. Nobody wants to deal with that bullshit. So what if Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo actually own the license to my digital copy? It's a matter of convenience. Seth says, my point about people being quiet about mods now is wait till Battlefield or COD comes out. No outcry. Selective outrage. But you're talking about, but this is you're going into the whole thing. That's another whole story because yeah, there is definitely something wrong with gamers these days. There's definitely something wrong with them. I mean, there's issues there. You're right. There is some selective outrage. There's selective outrage. There's fanboying and shilling for your favorite company and your favorite plastic. There's having nothing going on in your real life, so you laugh at people's woes on consoles that you don't own. You talk shit about people. You talk about sales when you're not making any money off these game sales. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the gaming community. And I think the one thing the gaming community has to do as a whole, every single one of us has to come together so we can change things. Because when everybody came together for that Battlefront 2 shit, they fixed that right away. But nobody wants to come together for anything else. You know, we can't get people together for this cross-play shit to this fucking Fortnite shit. Because there's too many people that don't give a shit until something happens to them. You know, when somebody's house is burning and you didn't want to throw in a bucket of water, when your house gets on fire, then they're not going to help you put out that fire either. Because you were a bad neighbor. Ruben says, they want console wars. They're laughing their ass off at all this bullshit. Choice is greater than no choice. 24-hour check-in. Well, I mean, every console has an online check-in. If you buy digital games, your console checks in. Period. You know how many times I turn on my fucking Xbox and PlayStation and I got to get an update? You know? Or something won't work until I get an update? It's all the same. Ruben says, get over the past. That was then, this is now. Dachi says, crossplay has never been a thing. Last gen, Microsoft didn't want to do it. Here we go. You have never been able to do it with COD or Battlefield. Fortnite is the first that has spanned across multiple devices. No, it's not. Rocket Cars was the first that did it. And then Fortnite and then Minecraft. Actually, Minecraft may have been before Fortnite. So you're kind of wrong, Dachis. You're wrong. Producer says, man, I went through Katrina, lost thousands of vinyl records. I'm not attached to hard copies of anything as much. Seth says, will there be outcry about crossplay with Battlefield or COD? Probably not. Why? Because people don't buy things on Battlefield and COD. Or do they? I don't know. But I can tell you, if people bought shit on PS4 and then they go on PC or Xbox or Switch to play that same game and they can't have access to that shit, there will definitely be outrage. That's what this is about. It's not about crossplay. It's about Sony locking people's purchases on PlayStation. Triggerman says, so we need a We Are the World song for gamers. Who will sing the lead? Hip Hop Gamer, of course. Okay. Rocket League is not on mobile? I don't think so. But it is on everything else.
It's on Switch.
Yeah, it's on Switch.
That's mobile.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Somebody just tweeted, Netflix fires PR chief after he uses N-word in meeting.
Another fucking idiot.
All these niggas got it. Netflix and they ain't paying their bills. Oh my God. Here's the demographics.
How come they're so stupid?
Look at Harlem and Chicago. They're behind on their Netflix bills. Niggas ain't paying their bills. Turn that shit off. Don't let them watch Luke Cage. Then they fired him.
That nigga got a bald head.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Was it the white guy who said that?
Yeah, it's a white dude.
Of course.
He said the N-word in the meeting. I want to let me click on the story. I want to see if the context is in here. Netflix has fired PR chief of 7 years after using the N-word in a meeting. The Hollywood Reporter says that its sources say John Friedland used the N-word in a meeting with other Netflix staffers, with some of those staffers reporting on the incident. Yes.
And he's their PR guy too.
HR, I was just in a meeting with John, and he said niggas ain't paying their bills. I don't think that was really nice. On Friday, June 24th, Reed Hastings, Netflix CEO, sent an email announcing his departure. In a statement to THR, Friedland said, I'm leaving Netflix after 7 years. No, you got fired, motherfucker. Leaders have to be beyond reproach in the example we set, and unfortunately, I fell short of that standard when I was insensitive in speaking to my team about words that offending. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking to my team about words that offend in comedy. Well, Richard Pryor said nigger all the time, and that really didn't offend people. You're fired. I feel awful about the distress this lapse has caused to people at a company I love and where I want everyone to feel included and appreciated. I have black friends. No, he didn't really say that. I feel honored to have built a brilliant and diverse global team and to have been part of this collective adventure in building the world's leading entertainment service. He also tweeted about his ex in a tweet that's still up, as well as one now deleted. I'm leaving Netflix after 7 years. Leaders have to be beyond reproach. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I feel awful about the distress. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks. Rise high, fall fast. All in a couple of words. Oh, there it is. Thanks. Rise high, fall fast. All on a couple of words. Niggas don't pay their bills. Oh, man. Oh, so I made the decision to let go John Friedland. He contributed greatly in many areas, but his descriptive use of the N-word on at least 2 occasions at work showed unacceptably low racial awareness and sensitivity and is not in line with our values as a company. The first incident was several months ago in a PR meeting about sensitive words. Let's see. Motherfucker, dickhead, nigger. Oh, shit! What are you doing? Says, Jonathan apologized to those that had been in a meeting. We hope this was an awful anomaly and never to be repeated. 3 months later, he spoke to a meeting of our black employees. This guy's a fucking idiot. 3 months later, he spoke to a meeting of our black employees at Netflix Group and did not bring it up, which was understood by many in the meeting to mean he didn't care and didn't accept accountability for his words. The second incident, which I only heard about this week, was a few days after the first incident. This time, Jonathan said the N-word again to 2 of our black employees in HR who were trying to help him deal with the original offense. I just said nigger. Richard Pryor says it all the time. Nobody got mad at him. The second incident confirmed a deep lack of understanding and convinced me to let Jonathan go now. This dude probably made millions. Imagine making millions and then getting fired. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Does anybody know if EA is making Madden for Switch this year?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think so, actually. Coming out everything.
All right, let's see what we got. The albino cockroach Trump made being overly racist cool again. We live in the Twilight Zone, folks. He probably said it with a hard ER.
Yeah, it probably did.
Oh, God. Okay, so.
I lost $1 million over a nigga.
Let's see. There was another question. How State of Decay 2 is the top selling? Oh, so I was surprised that State of Decay 2 was number 1 on MPD. But it is an Xbox exclusive that people were actually looking forward to. So it's going to sell copies. I mean, put this into perspective, okay? Look at all the Nintendo exclusives and how well they sell.
State of Decay 2 is like accumulative with the PC sales as well, so it's kind of misleading.
No, the MPD does not include the PC sales.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How about the Game Pass stuff?
They denoted no digital or PC sales were included. So that's just Xbox hard copy numbers. Remember, MPD doesn't report on digital and PC. So
Okay.
it sold well. The surprising thing was that it moved that it's number 1. But when you have people buying multi-platform games like crazy every month, and then you have a month where an exclusive is released and no new multi-platform games are really released, it shoots up to first place. God of War did it. Nintendo games do it. It sold well. I mean, good on them. I told you guys after PAX that State of Decay 2 was going to be a game that Xbox fans are going to want to play. I told you guys this. When me and Freddie were at PAX, we saw it. Everybody fucking loved the game.
But it's filled with glitches, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, the glitches that they had day 1 aren't there anymore. So they've updated it.
Still has glitches.
Yeah, but you know what? Everybody buys games with glitches. Remember when we bought Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Game was full of fucking bugs and glitches and hackers. But we bought it. And we loved it. So, and you know what? You're going to have more glitches in multiplayer games than you're on single player. And yeah, Seth, it's $30. It's a good deal. Unless you get the Super Mega Edition. But yeah, it's number 1. I mean, good for Microsoft. And we already talked about the Minecraft crossplay commercial that Nintendo and Microsoft made, which I think is hilarious. And let's see. I think that's it. I run my fucking mouth for an hour and 30 minutes straight.
You watch Batman Ninja?
No, I have it in my queue, but I haven't watched it yet.
Fuck that movie.
That movie's fucked up, but the animation is amazing.
Yeah. Dr. Evil says, Tor, doesn't it bother you that the game got such low Metacritic score? But because the gaming scene was so dry, people bought it to satisfy their addiction? That's a loaded question. Number 1, I can't stand Metacritic. I don't use Metacritic scores for anything at all to measure anything. They don't mean anything. If Call of Duty got, 100 on Metacritic, does that mean it's a good game? No. Metacritic doesn't mean shit. It's just a bunch of people that put their own scores up there, or a bunch of media outlets that they collect their scores and they put them on Metacritic. Metacritic does not mean a goddamn thing to me. Never has, never will. And no sites and no review scores mean anything to me. The only thing I care about is my view of the game. I have State of Decay 2, but I haven't really played the game yet, so I can't even tell you guys how I feel about it. I may think it sucks, but from what I saw at the show, it was dope. So I'll let you know. Probably next time we do a Warzone, I'll let you know. People that like State of Decay bought State of Decay 2. Yeah, that too, producer. Because the first game was buggy. But the first game was on a lower budget, but it was still good. The whole concept of it was great. So, did you talk about the GameStop possible buy? Who's trying to buy out GameStop? Software, etc. Huh, Babbage's. Huh. Old cats will get that joke.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you went to a mall and you saw Software, etc., or Babbage's, you'd freak out. It's like, oh, there's games in that room. I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'll see you in an hour.
Yeah. Pretty soon we're only gonna buy physical games at Walmart.
yeah, serious. So who?
I could care less if GameStop goes away.
I don't care either because I don't use their services anymore.
I buy digital games more than anything now. It's crazy. It's more convenient.
Well, let me tell you, that Game Pass kicks ass. I love it. I wish Sony would come out with something just like it because they'd take my money.
Even if you like the game, and you want to keep it, you can buy the game on a discount too. You know that.
Yeah, or you just keep paying for Game Pass. I made the comparison. I'm like, too. Game Pass for a year is the cost of 2 games. If you download in like 2 games a year from Game Pass, it's already worth its money.
Yeah.
KB Toys. Shavers, you don't know what Game Pass is? Oh, Amazon wants to buy them? Holy shit. They'll probably do it too. I don't know if you're joking or not, but Microsoft has this thing called Game Pass. It's their version of Netflix for games, so you pay $10 a month, and all their new releases you get. So I'm paying $10 a month, and State of Decay 2 came out, and I look at it, and I click download, and it's mine. They added Far Cry 4, or not Far Cry 4, Fortnite. Far Cry Fortnite. They added Fallout 4 to Game Pass. I didn't actually own that, so I went to Game Pass. I downloaded it. When Crackdown 3 comes out, because I keep fucking myself because I'm like, oh, I need to pre-order get Crackdown 3. I haven't done that yet. Wait, I have Game Pass. When Crackdown 3 comes out, I click download. It's mine. Yeah, and they don't count Game Passes in MPD because it's considered digital. Game Pass is fucking dope. If you got a PC, if you actually want to play some of those Microsoft games, it's worth $120 a year. It really is. It really is. I thought about it because I didn't really want to buy new games as much on my consoles anymore. So I buy Sony exclusives. I buy the occasional Microsoft exclusive. I'm like, damn, $10 a month really isn't a bad deal because if there's 2 games I want that year, it's like I'm on a layaway plan, and then anything else is a bonus. You know? Sorry, I have the first State of Decay with all DLC on 360 and enjoy it for what it is. If I owned Xbox One, I would have bought it. Or if you got a PC. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with a shot of the Jeezy cam. I probably won't be doing a show next week because of all the overtime I'm going to be working. If there is a strike, there will be a ton of overtime that I'm working. And I'm just going to be too tired. And then 2 weeks after that, I will be in Florida all week attending the ICAST show, waving to Ruben in Arizona as I hobnob with all the pro fishermen and check out all the new fishing lures that are coming out. Producer says, I played that Euro fishing because of Game Pass. That's what I'm talking about, man. Shit's fucking dope. It's dope, I tell you. Peace out.